Wintry conditions are taking hold here in central Ohio, and they won't let go anytime soon.
I'm tracking how long this cold wave will last and when the roads could get a little slippery, all coming up.
Shutdown talks come to a screeching halt. Who walked out of a meeting calling it a total waste of time?
And the Columbus Crew's future in Columbus is taking shape. What the new leadership is saying about soccer in central Ohio.
From Central Ohio's news leader, this is 10 TV News at 5.
Take a look at that. Now at 5, the snowflakes have been flying today in downtown Columbus. You can see the flags moving in that wintry wind.
And that's not the only area seeing snowfall. The Doppler 10 radar shows many neighborhoods walking in a winter wonderland this hour. And by the end of the weekend, we may have our first significant snowfall of the season. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Jerry Revish.
And I'm Yolanda Harris. The Doppler 10 weather team has team coverage tonight of all this. Doppler 10 meteorologist Ross Caruso is helping you prepare for the first slips and slides of the season.
But let's start with Doppler 10 meteorologist Mike Davis. Mike?
You know what? It is going to be a few more flurries tonight. We've had about 1/10 of an inch of snow officially thus far. But, you know, you kind of see it in the animation here looking back at the city over the last few hours. When the city kind of briefly disappears then, that's when the little bit of snow is passing through. And you notice not a lot is sticking. The few grassy areas, some is sticking there, more in other spots around the state. But we are going to see more come Saturday. Here's live Doppler 10 radar, and we're still seeing plenty of that light snow. Now, all of this is tracking to the south and east. It gets a little heavier just north of Lancaster, south of Circleville, down by Laurel Township as you go down into Hocking County, over by Washington Courthouse as well. And then that snow continues back into Greene County, in and around Xenia, just to the south and east of Cedarville, and down to Bowersville as well. So everything is streaming to the south and southeast. It will move out later on tonight, but the cold air is going to stick around. So what we're tracking at this point, stubborn flurries and a chilly breeze that makes it feel considerably colder. Some sun returns during the day tomorrow, not enough to warm it up. And as we look ahead, snow is coming back Saturday, and that's where we could see some begin to stick. Well, there's a snowy, wintry look out there. 26 degrees, northwest winds at 20, and a wind chill of 12. Remember, yesterday those numbers were the other way around. It was 62 degrees. Well, City of Columbus's snow warriors, they have been preparing for months for the first heavy snowfall. We've only had 2.5 inches so far this year. Ross Caruso is checking in with the crews tonight and keeping you safe on the roads. Hi, Ross.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, it's winter now. I guess yesterday 62, and, you know, you can barely tell. Wind chills right now basically into the teens, and it looks like we got more snow that's in store for this weekend. Actually, earlier today, I talked to the public service of the city of Columbus on how the snow warriors are prepping for the potential snow this weekend.
Be anti-icing priority 1 roadways for the next couple of days, since it seems as though it's going to be dry. So we'll be working on that for the next few shifts. Right now we have about 85 trucks ready to go to put into action right now, and then we also have staff from the other utility departments or other supporting agencies throughout the city to jump in if needed.
And when Williams said to me, he said that if you want to find out if your street's going to be maintained and exactly where the trucks are going to be at, you can check out 10tv.com for more details. And also, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to talk about some very important items which you see every single day, but it might come in handy if you happen to get stuck in some winter weather like this.
All right, thank you, Ross. And as always, as you plan your weekend, keep an eye on your Doppler 10 radar. You can get weather alerts, check the live Doppler radar, and look at traffic cameras, all from our free 10 TV app.
Just in from Capitol Hill tonight, Democrats say President Trump walked out of a meeting over border wall funding and the government shutdown.
He sort of slammed the table, and when Leader Pelosi said she didn't agree with the wall, he just walked out.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says the president asked House Speaker Nancy Pelosi if she would agree to fund his wall. She said no, and Schumer says the president got up and left. Vice President Mike Pence spoke moments after. He claims the Democrats are unwilling to negotiate.
Will be no deal without a wall. There will be no deal without the priorities the president has put on the table.
Now, this is the 19th day of the partial government shutdown. Last night, the president and Democratic leaders went on national TV to essentially blame each other.
Our political anchor and host of Face the State, Scott Light, joined us now for a fact check of both. And Scott, let's begin with the whole border wall and who's going to pay for it.
That's the whole crux of this argument, and it started during the Trump campaign years ago. Building the wall, and where's that money going to come from? It was a major campaign promise by Donald Trump. He also said during the campaign that Mexico would pay for it. Now he's changed that up just a bit.
The wall will also be paid for indirectly by the great new trade deal we have made with Mexico.
Now, Mexico has said repeatedly it's not paying for the wall. As for that trade deal, no member country has ratified the deal, so it's not even in effect yet. All right, so what about, let's say, indirect new tariff money coming from Canada and Mexico? Remember, those are federal dollars that have to be appropriated by the legislative branch, by Congress, not by the White House. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi last night said this is all about who's to blame for the shutdown.
President Trump must stop holding the American people hostage, must stop manufacturing a crisis, and must reopen the government.
President Trump did say he'd be proud to shut down the government, but it takes two sides to do so. Trump's demand for nearly $6 billion for that border wall is one reason for this whole budget impasse, but the refusal of Democrats to approve the money is another reason for it. All right, next, President Trump has long tied illegal immigration with illegal drug running. Here's what he said last night.
Our southern border is a pipeline for vast quantities of illegal drugs, including meth, heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl.
Now, that line is true just as it stands, but the Trump administration has tried to infer from that illegal immigrants are bringing the drugs with them when they cross the border. Multiple agencies of the Trump administration, let's say the State Department and DEA, say the vast majority of illegal drugs enter through legal ports in our country, legal ports of entry in tractor trailers, buses, boats, and airplanes. In fact, the DEA has even said that drug smuggling methods would not be choked off by a border wall.
All right, thanks for that fact check tonight,
There's
Scott.
a lot more still to come.
All right,
yes.
Thank you, Scott.
You bet.
New at 5, murder suspect George Wagner IV faced a judge for a hearing in the Roden family massacre. Wagner, along with his parents and brother, are charged with the execution-style killing of 8 members of the Roden family in Pike County in 2016. Wagner's grandmothers will appear in court tomorrow on obstructing justice charges.
Well, medics took 2 people to the hospital today after they came in contact with a suspicious package. Now, it happened at the Lancaster Community Transition Center. An employee opened a package from the mail and started to feel dizzy and lightheaded. So that employee called over another coworker who then began experiencing the same thing. First responders tested the package for fentanyl.
It's a dangerous substance. If you come in contact with it, it can decrease your respiratory drive and have fatal results.
The package tested negative for fentanyl and other harmful drugs. It's not clear what caused the employees to start feeling sick. KJ Watts says if you touch a package and start feeling bad, move away from it, block off the area, and call 911.
Now at 5, it's an exciting time for fans of the Columbus Crew SC. And take a look at what's being planned for downtown Columbus. Our drone captures what the Arena District area looks like now. Well, this is what it should look like when construction of a $230 million stadium is complete. Construction set to start this coming summer.
And today we heard from the person who will coach the team. Dom Tiberi is joining us with that part of this story. Dommy?
Well, exciting times, no question about it. And, you know, this was the day the Crew SC fans have been waiting for. The beloved soccer team has been saved. A once uncertain future is no longer uncertain. This was the scene in downtown Columbus as season ticket holders turned out in force to meet the new leaders of the Columbus Crew, including the new owners, the Haslam family, represented by Dee Haslam, the Edwards family, represented by Dr. Pete Edwards, and MLS Commissioner Don Garber was on hand, along with other dignitaries, including the team's new president and the team's new coach, Caleb Porter.
When I saw all of you in this community, in the Nordeca, and the supporters and everyone rally behind this club, that's the type of club that I want to manage. A club that's relevant, a club that the people are proud of, a club where they're going to fight roll up their sleeves and save it.
And, you know, that's exactly what the Crew fans do. The Crew has been saved, and everything is now in place. New owners, new front office, new coach, and soon to be coming that new training facility and a new downtown stadium, and it's really neat. You know, usually, you know, this time a year ago, we thought this team was going to be in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
You know,
so it's an exciting time. Yeah, it's an exciting time.
That whole area is going to be sort of a sports mecca now, right?
Right. It really is, and you know, it's going to be a residential area. It's going to really be neat when it's done, and you know, the Crew fans, you folks at home that did this, you know who you are. You guys are responsible for this. The city leaders stepped up, Alex Fisher, and then that group, the Haslam family, the Edwards family, but it was the grassroots effort by the fans that saved this team.
All right. Thank you, Dom. Well, let's hope they got a parking plan, too.
Right.
We're going to need lots of
that.
parking. All right. Thanks, Dom.
Still ahead, the city of Columbus getting big props from the New York Times, the new honor for the capital city.
Closed captioning on 10 TV is sponsored by Custom Air.
I'm Tony. I'm 61, and I love my Quick Lift. And it's not that I can go back to the age that I was years ago, but I can look like I did 20 years ago.
I decided to do this procedure because I wanted to look like myself again.
Discover the Quick Lift difference. The mini facelift that's smart, proven, lasting, and performed right here in Columbus by board-certified plastic surgeon Fernando Colon, MD.
It's nice now in the morning when I get up, I kind of do that little double take. Hey, that's me.
Jefferson Awards are given to those who go above and beyond to help their community.
They're given to those who help others and inspire them to act.
If you know someone who works tirelessly to improve the community,
nominate her or him for a Jefferson Award.
Submit your nominations at 10tv.com.
After 75 years serving Columbus, Uncle Sam's Pawn Shop is closing its doors. You'll find everything from musical equipment, TVs, bicycles, antiques to rare toys and sports memorabilia. If you can think of it, we have it, and you can have it up to 50% off. Thank you for letting us serve you, Columbus.
You'll feel the warm and caring atmosphere at Danbury in Columbus and Parkside Village in Westerville. Independent and assisted living suites, memory care, and resort-style amenities. Exceptional dining, vibrant activities, meaningful life enrichment programs in an environment that fosters friendship. Visit Danbury in Columbus and Parkside Village in Westerville. See, taste, and feel the difference. Two great communities located in North Columbus. Visit DanburySeniorLiving.com to schedule a tour.
10 TV News is sponsored by Big Sandy Superstore.
The Cleveland Browns will hire Freddie Kitchens as the team's 18th head coach.
Kitchens served as the Browns' interim offensive coordinator during the last 8 games of the 2018 season. Now, that work and his relationship with developing quarterback Baker Mayfield were keys to his promotion. The Browns say interim coach and defensive coordinator Greg Williams is no longer with the team. Well, you might expect people to break into cars when the owners are maybe at work or asleep.
Yeah, turns out the opposite is true. New at 5:30, what Crime Tracker 10 uncovered about the uptick in smash and grabs in the short north.
Normally, the best place to shop for flooring is in your living room. But this weekend only, the best deals of the year are at the America's Floor Source Annual Warehouse Clearance Sale. 3442 Millennium Court in Citygate Business Park, just off Stelzer Road, between Easton and the airport. Save up to 75% on hardwood, carpet, laminate, tile, and more. Warehouse sale, this weekend only.
I was going to go to school for nursing when I got in the wreck. I was 18. I didn't think that would ever happen to me.
Accidents happen, good weather or bad. And those insurance companies are still trying to take advantage of the little guy.
If I ever hear of anybody having something wrong, I'll be like, call Knoke.
We love this town. It's nice.
There's like a peace of mind. It's fine.
It just feels safe and secure being in denial.
Living in denial works for me.
All the families in denial, they feel the same as we do.
Opioids? Not in denial.
No.
It doesn't happen here. No. My daughter is good friends. My boys would tell me anything.
Exactly.
No, our kids are way too busy.
They would never abuse opioids. He gets amazing grades. Welcome to denial.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about opioids.
My closet brings me so much happiness. I'm into design, so I definitely want my space to be functional for an everyday person like me. Teddy loves the closet. He uses it as his bedroom now. people are like, oh my God, your closet's so awesome. I just want to like live here. And I'm like, well, actually, this guy does. I'm Davis, and this is my California closet story.
Join 10 TV and the James every Thursday on our journey toward a cancer-free world. Each week, cancer experts at the James share the latest news in cancer prevention, research, and treatment, and explain why at the James there is no routine cancer. Toward a cancer-free world. Thursdays on 10 TV.
Karate has taught me to be more confident in myself. I get that same confidence with a master's from Indiana Wesleyan University. Being confident makes me shine brighter.
Shine brighter with a little help from Indiana Wesleyan University.
Elk & Elk provides our injured clients the resources they deserve.
And the legal talent to go head-to-head with insurance companies and big corporations.
Elk & Elk combines these resources with decades of experience to recover over $1 billion. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Save up to 75% this weekend only.
10 TV Skyview is sponsored by Swaco. Find out how easy it is to recycle right at swaco.org.
New tonight, a Central Ohio hospital is preparing to debut a new look. Madison Health in London is wrapping up a multi-million-dollar renovation. And as 10 TV reporter Sierra Johnson explains, this renovation is crucial for this rural community.
Madison Health has been here in this community since 1962, and this is our largest expansion during that 56-year time frame.
With each stroke of paint and each tile laid, Madison Health in London is one step closer to completing a $25 million renovation on Madison County's only hospital. CEO Dana Engel.
And we've experienced a lot of growth over the last several years, and this project allows us to have capacity to grow into the future and also to expand and meet the community's needs.
Administrators say in 2017, their emergency room served more than 17,000 people, more people than their facilities could handle. So the upgrade to 13,000 square feet of emergency room floor and 50% more beds is one of the most visual changes.
When you're in there, it's a little close, it's a little tight. We're going into a new emergency department that is 13,000 square feet. There are walls, there are curtains, there's places for patients to have privacy.
Other upgrades include a renovated birthing center, a 13-bed ICU, and a new layout of nursing stations and ER entrances. Right now, staff is dealing with running a hospital while balancing construction that began nearly a year and a half ago. But that will soon come to an end. The renovated Madison Health is expected to be fully operational on January 21st.
We have the space and have the look that people are looking for.
In Madison County, Sierra Johnson, 10 TV News.
Madison Health is hosting a grand opening ceremony on Friday the 18th. The ceremony is a chance for community members to tour the facility and see all the changes.
Well, here's some hometown pride for you. The New York Times named Columbus one of 52 places to visit in 2019. The Times writes, quote, with a revitalized riverfront and booming downtown, Columbus is already one of the nation's fastest growing cities. Now it's poised to become the model for the future of innovative urban transportation. The paper also asks, quote, is this the American city of the future?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you guys think about that?
We're fond of it.
I think it's great. And we have great restaurants, too.
Absolutely.
The New York Times should come here and review our restaurants.
Yeah, we got all kind of good food.
A big eating scene here. So.
It really is.
And hopefully we can get it all out there and exercise it all off. That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Let's take a look, see what's going on outside. Now, today was not the best day to go running around. Some snow on the ground there in the Heath Newark area out at the airport. So you see it kind of sticking to the grassy areas. Not bad on the roads, although I do notice, like Ross Caruso was saying, they've been treating all the roads. A little more snow up in Marion on our weather bug camera there before it kind of got iced over. So you see it's a little bit thicker. Then all of a sudden you got that glaze on the camera. So not the nicest night up in Marion, though it is tapering off there. Here's live Doppler 10 radar. The snow here has shifted to the south and southeast. There's also a little bit of lake effect up in the northeast, and it continues to flow down south and east of us. So in the city, you come south of the outer belt, you've got a little bit of snow here in southern Franklin County along Route 33 as you go down toward Lancaster, all the way down to parts of Hocking County, and then pockets where the snow is a little heavier to the southwest of Springfield, in and around Cedarville, now south of Xenia and moving to the southeast. So this will continue to flow through, even as kind of sagging away from us, but it stayed breezy. It's quite cold today, very different than yesterday's 62 degrees. So tonight, stubborn flurries, at least until midnight, maybe a little thereafter. A chilly breeze just kind of continuing. Even though it's certainly better than yesterday, it's not in the 60s anymore, so it's certainly more noticeable, even though it's only 10 to 20 miles an hour. Some sun returning during the day tomorrow. It will brighten up. It will not warm up in particular. And snow returns for Saturday, and with that, we're looking at some accumulation. Right now, as it looks like it'll be all snow rather than rain and snow, there's potential for maybe 2 to 3 inches across central Ohio. This is kind of the snowy view looking down from 800 feet. And you can see how it's kind of, everything's a little obscured by the light snow that's falling. 26 degrees, but a northwest wind at 20 makes it feel like it's 12 if you're stepping out the door. Temperatures. Yesterday, these were 60s for the most part. Now they're low and mid-20s, and you factor in the wind, and you have to do that. Here's what it feels like. It feels like 9. Single digits at Mount Vernon, also at Marion, 9 there as well. 11 at Kenton, Marysville, and London, tic-tac-toe, and add a 4th one down at Washington Courthouse. So everyone generally feels like single digits or teens until you hit southern and eastern Ohio, where only Logan is hanging in there at 27, which means the wind isn't blowing at the moment. So flurries ending, breezy and cold tonight with a morning low of about 22 degrees. Regionally, it has really shifted. It's all snow here in the Great Lakes area and going down through parts of the Midwest. Up in the Northeast, heavier snow here falling, so they got a bit of a snowstorm going on there. Out west, there's another strong system along the west coast, but in the middle of the country, they're having a relatively quiet day. For us tonight, 11 o'clock, there's still those fingers of snow coming off the Great Lakes. They're not really going to amount to anything much more here. 6 o'clock in the morning, we're generally dry. As the morning goes on and we move into the afternoon, skies start to brighten up. And by the end of the day tomorrow, it's looking pretty good. But like I said, even so, it is not going to be a warm day by any stretch. Tomorrow's high, a little closer to freezing, which is progress. Morning low of 22, high of 31. Friday, we may top freezing, but not by much. Saturday, snow showers return. And again, there's potential this time for 2 to 3 inches. If we see that, that will exceed the entire seasonal snowfall so far, which has been just 2.5 inches. Sunday, it may linger in the morning a little bit, and then Monday and Tuesday dry out. By Wednesday, we're back to 40, but the Doppler 10-10-day outlook says maybe a rain-snow mix again Thursday, cooling us off by the end of next week and the weekend. All the temperatures by the end of next week are back above average, at least a little bit. Average high is 36, but I'm missing that 62 already, guys.
I think we all are. Okay, thank you, Mike. Well, let's get a look at our traffic cameras tonight. Right now, we're going to take a look at the camera at State Route 315 at King Avenue near the Ohio State University. Looks like things moving along there on the left-hand side of your screen. The right-hand side, a little slower, but things are creeping along. And don't forget, you can always check out the worst traffic spots around town and know what areas to avoid before you get in your car. Just head to 10tv.com/traffic, and we got it for you.
Well, it's not just federal workers being hurt by the government shutdown.
It's also hurting small businesses. Coming up new at 6, the effects the shutdown is having on local breweries. And next, give me some space, the actress who wants nothing to do with the Fiji water girl.
Insurance companies pay more to lawyers who win in the courtroom than those who always settle. Hi, I'm Scott Elliott Smith. I have some of the largest personal injury verdicts in Ohio. If your lawyer's not winning cases in court, you're getting shortchanged. Get Scott Smith. Get justice.
Urgent hearing health announcement. AccuQuest Hearing Centers is searching for 50 people with hearing difficulties or ringing in their ears to assess the new, discreet, state-of-the-art CO9 hearing aid, now available to the public. Dial the number below to see if you qualify. 50 people with hearing difficulties or ringing in their ears will be selected to take part in this 30-day program. The CO9 is the first micro hearing aid that instantaneously adapts to your ever-changing environment. This Bluetooth connected device is so advanced, it detects and lowers background noise seamlessly, allowing you to stay connected to the conversation. To be selected, you must dial the number below. Qualified callers will receive a free hearing consultation as part of the program. AccuQuest Hearing Centers invites you to assess the CO9 for 30 days. Dial the number below and choose to experience better hearing today.
Why choose Renewal by Andersen?
Because we're your winter
window and door replacement experts.
Our signature winter weather installation process typically is completed in 1 day.
For a limited time, save up to $2,000 on the window America loves.
Renewal by Andersen.
Visit Ohio's RV partner at RVWholesalers.com today.
Donato's is celebrating the ball drop with a price drop. 2019 is on, and now 19% is off. Save 19% on everything you order online throughout January using promo code 2019. Order with the app or at Donatos.com.
It's the inventory overstock sell-off at Lazy Boy. Hurry in and save up to 50% on $5 million in factory direct overstock. Everything must go. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Hi, it's Megan McKay. Mr. Electric is my company. When I send you one of my Misters, you will get a top-notch electrician who respects you and your home. A Mister who will show up on time, properly diagnose your electrical issue, and tell you exactly what it will cost before starting the job. My Misters specialize in light fixtures, ceiling fans, surge protection, generators, and so much more. Call Mr. Electric today and take $50 off any surge protector.
Beat the rush. 10 TV keeps you ahead of the traffic. Get your traffic reports on 10 TV. Sponsored by your Central Ohio Honda dealers. Weekdays on 10 TV.
The richest man in the world will soon be paying for a divorce. Amazon mogul Jeff Bezos and his wife Mackenzie announced their split on Twitter today. They've been married for 24 years. Bezos has an estimated fortune of more than $160 billion. Bezos founded Amazon in 1994, the year after they got married. They expect to remain partners in joint ventures and projects.
A young lady serving Fiji water somehow ended up in red carpet photos at the Golden Globes, a lot of them. And tonight, one celebrity isn't having it. You may remember she appeared behind famous actors with a tray of Fiji water there, often stealing the spotlight. Looks kind of creepy. Actress Jamie Lee Curtis tweeted she tried to avoid Fiji Water Girl, but she failed. She didn't want to endorse the product. She suggests that next time, sponsors get permission to take her picture. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis looks great, though. Look at that outfit.
She does, and Fiji couldn't be happier tonight.
Oh, I'm sure. I know.
All the press over that, huh? Wow. Here's Scott Light in the Digital Broadcast Center with what's new at 5:30.
Jerry, Yolanda, I've got some letters to share with you. OSU and M&M's. The next time you eat a particular color of that candy, you may be eating some research that came from Scarlet and Gray. Also ahead at 5:30, drugged driving. A brand new study uncovers just how many people are under the influence behind the wheel. And an uptick in thefts in 2 Columbus neighborhoods. Crime Tracker 10's on it and uncovers the day of the week when most of them happened. The news continues at 5:30, right after this.
When you buy more at Morris Home, you save more. Save 15%, 20, 25, even 30% off. Plus, no interest till January 2022. It's the Buy More, Save More event at Morris Home this weekend.
Savings are here at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free Train furnace when you purchase an air conditioner and get free duct cleaning when you schedule your installation by January 31st. And check out our financing options. We have heating and cooling for every home and every budget. It's hard to stop a Train. Same day estimates, next day installation. Call or click now to schedule your appointment. For fast, friendly service, choose Logan Services.
Water makes life possible on Earth and in our homes. Culligan conserves this resource with its high-efficiency water softener, the world's best because it uses less water, and that matters to all of us. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Well, guys, no school.
Yes!
Come on.
Otherwise known as a WeatherTech Day.
Let's go.
So when the weather turns bad, you can still find a way to enjoy it. With WeatherTech's laser-measured cargo liners, seat protectors, and floor liners. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com. The ultimate protection for your vehicle.
Jefferson Awards are given to those who go above and beyond to help their community.
They're given to those who help others and inspire them to act.
If you know someone who works tirelessly to improve the community,
nominate her or him for a Jefferson Award.
Submit your nominations at 10tv.com.
This is a Stearns & Foster, and so is this. They appear identical. Only the Better Sleep Shop's the place to get a Stearns & Foster for as low as $12.59, plus a free box spring and $200 gift card at the Better Sleep Shop in Morris Home and Ashley Home Store.
Swaco and your local community are making recycling as convenient as possible. In fact, if we made it any easier, we'd be in your kitchen. And no one wants that. Learn more at swaco.org.
With WOW Internet and Whole Home Wi-Fi, you get super fast internet speeds in every corner of your house.
Like this corner.
Down here. In here. Get out! Get 100 meg internet for $39.99 per month and add Whole Home Wi-Fi for just $14.99 per month.
Doppler 10 Weather Bug is sponsored by Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
From Central Ohio's news leader, this is 10 TV News at 5:30.
Talk about the winds of change. They brought some wintry conditions to Central Ohio. Our photojournalist Marcus Nichols captured video of a thermometer, that's Mike Davis with the sound, at Parkway Park in Grandview yesterday. Marcus went back to the park this morning to find the snow piled up. Well, it's a little higher. It wasn't there yesterday. And the temperature at a low. I don't want to get ahead of myself with piles of snow. Thank you so much for joining us at 5:30. I'm Tracy Townsend.
The numbers don't lie right there. We're glad you're with us. I'm Scott Light. So let's get to the sound effect man over here, meteorologist Mike Davis. 30-degree shift.
I believe that life would be better with sound effects.
Especially
I would like some kind of theme song to play when I enter the room, or, you know, probably be like the Darth Vader theme or something like that. But anyway, let's take it was a pretty big change out there today, and it was all on that wind, which is 62 yesterday. In came the 20s today. Live Doppler 10 radar. Yep, there's a little snow there. It's heavier just south of the city, and it's moving to the south and southeast, although there's a little band developing up in parts of central Marion County, stretching down into southern Morrow County. That's a little more intense. So we might still see a few like little squalls through the evening where visibility goes down a little bit. And I notice they have been treating the roads. That brine is all kind of woven through the streets once again. Stubborn flurries and a chilly breeze tonight. That's what we're watching at the moment. Flurries are going to end fairly early. It does brighten up during the day tomorrow, which is kind of good news, but it's not going to warm up. And snow returns for Saturday, and this is where some is likely to stick. We're looking at some accumulation, perhaps as much as 2 to 3 inches. Right now, hey, the view has improved, which means the snow that we were seeing here has thinned out a little bit near downtown. 26 degrees, northwest winds at 20, so the wind chill is 12. And up north, we have some wind chills in the single digits tonight. It is going to be cold for now. Bundle up. We'll talk about the snow that's coming our way and also when we might see a little bit of a warm-up all coming up.
Mike, thank you. Turning now to Crime Tracker 10 tonight. This has become an all too familiar sight in 2 Columbus neighborhoods. People waking up to discover the windows of their vehicles smashed and their belongings stolen. We went through police reports and found the majority of the crimes are happening when the victims are likely at home.
And get this, we also found out many victims are just wide awake. The smash and grab thefts are happening in both Italian and Victorian villages near the popular Short North District. Crime Tracker 10's Maureen Kosat takes us there.
Car-lined streets in Victorian Village are target-rich for would-be thieves. Brad, we won't use his last name, just moved to the neighborhood and received less than a warm welcome.
Just came out to work in the morning and yeah, the windows were smashed in and didn't even comprehend it all at once.
Brad says thieves smashed not 1, but 2 windows on his vehicle and made off with his laptop computer.
You just get complacent. I mean, it's a nice neighborhood and I mean, you don't expect it.
Vehicle owners in Victorian and Italian villages are on edge now after police have investigated a string of smash and grabs. Crime Tracker 10 searched Columbus police reports between December 4th and January 5th and found 33 complaints of theft from a motor vehicle. If you think most of those crimes happened overnight, guess again. More than half of the smash and grabs occurred in the evening when most people are still awake, between 6 and 10 p.m. And check this out. 1/3 of the crimes happened on a Tuesday. Police reports reveal thieves have made off with a laptop computer and even a handgun and ammunition.
Police say most thieves are looking for crimes of opportunity, so it's critical to not leave anything in your car, not even loose change. And even if your vehicle doesn't have a security system, you're not entirely out of luck.
Police say for less than $10, you can purchase a fake or dummy anti-theft alarm system that comes equipped with a flashing or blinking LED light. Police say anytime you can give a thief a reason to pass up your vehicle or home and move on to an easier target, you've already won half the battle. Brad says now he goes out of his way to make sure no thief has a reason to give his car a second glance.
I realized just now I had a $5 lottery ticket on my front seat, so I had to make sure I grabbed that because I'm sure that would have gotten. So it's not there anymore, so don't take it, but...
He's laughing, but police say it takes that level of diligence to protect your property. In North Columbus, I'm Maureen Kosat for Crime Tracker 10.
4 of those smash and grabs happened in broad daylight, too. Police say if you see anyone lingering near parked cars or they're looking in windows, you should call and report that immediately. Technology is also making it easier for some crooks to gain access to your car. Recently in the Chicago area, 2 men were caught on camera using some sort of device to get inside a locked vehicle. The security system on keyless entry cars can get confused into thinking that the owner's remote is nearby. In this situation, the owner says he was nowhere nearby.
I have a remote starter too, so that tells me that someone can reprogram whatever signal this fob is sending and put it to another fob.
So what's the best thing you can do? As Maureen Kosat just told us, police say simply do not leave anything of value inside your car.
Now at 5:30, the state medical board is considering whether opioid addiction, depression, and other conditions can be treated with medical marijuana. The board is reviewing a number of petitions as cannabis products become available here in the Buckeye State. More than half of people who use medical marijuana to treat chronic pain have driven under its influence. This is according to a new study. Researchers at the University of Michigan surveyed nearly 800 medical cannabis users. About half reported driving a little high, and about 1 in 5 report driving, quote, very high. Researchers say the findings are concerning as pot becomes legal in states including ours.
We know that using marijuana can affect things like your coordination or your reaction time, and those are critical functions for driving.
And the nationally recognized level of impairment for drunk driving is 0.08 blood alcohol concentration. Get this, there is no similar national standard for drugged driving.
So if you're enrolled in Medicare, you might be noticing a change in this new year.
And it could mean more money out of your wallet. Ahead at 5:45, the healthcare price hike for some and who won't feel that pinch. Mike?
And there's some snow really kind of all around this evening, especially down to our south and southeast, coming out of Laurelville, south of Logan, down to Nelsonville, all the way down into Vinton County and Chillicothe, even some approaching Circleville, all moving out of the northwest and heading down to the southeast. You can see the way it's moving. We're not done with it yet, but this is nothing compared to what we're likely to see Saturday. We'll talk about that coming up.
But first, the Ohio teacher arrested and accused of doing something unthinkable in front of his classroom.
For thousands of Ohio Lottery retailers across the state, it's raining money, thanks to the millions of tickets sold every day. Last year, retailers took in more than $206 million in commissions, allowing them to invest in their employees, their businesses, and make improvements. So, players aren't the only ones winning. Retailers are too. Winners are everywhere. Will you be one? Play and find out.
After 75 years serving Columbus, Uncle Sam's Pawn Shop is closing its doors. You'll find everything from musical equipment, TVs, bicycles, antiques to rare toys and sports memorabilia. If you can think of it, we have it, and you can have it up to 50% off. Thank you for letting us serve you, Columbus.
Got directions to the nightclub here, and if you get lost, just hit me on the old horn.
Tom's my best friend, but ever since he bought a new house...
It's a $10 cover? Oh, okay. You can see that on the website?
He's been acting more and more like his dad.
Come on, guys, jump in. The water's fine. Tom Pritchard. How we doing? Hi there, Tom Pritchard. Can we get a round of jalapeno poppers for me and the boys, please? I've been saving a lot of money with Progressive lately, so...
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Most flooring stores charge for things like measuring and moving furniture. At Levi's, you won't pay for upgraded pads, stairs, or to have the sofa moved. That's because our premium installation package is already included in our guaranteed low price. Visit Levi's 4 floors today.
This is Angela Pace with a 10TV Community Calendar. Senior residents can learn about resources available to them at the Senior Housing Stabilization Roundtable. Log on for details.
Sponsored by the Auto Accident Lawyers at Elk & Elk. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Now's the perfect time to get organized with California Closets. It's our winter upgrade event. Save up to 15% on our beautiful premium finishes. Visit our showroom and be inspired. Schedule your free design consultation at CaliforniaClosets.com.
When my battle with heart disease began, it caught us off guard. Maybe it's a little self-absorbed, but I didn't know what she'd possibly do without me. Thankfully, my doctor led us to Ohio State. We found the best doctors, who also train tomorrow's top doctors. the very latest treatments and care available. So I'm still here for her, and she's still here for me.
The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Caring, down to a science.
You'll feel the warm and caring atmosphere at Danbury in Columbus and Parkside Village in Westerville. Independent and assisted living suites, memory care, and resort-style amenities. Exceptional dining, vibrant activities, meaningful life enrichment programs in an environment that fosters friendship. Visit Danbury in Columbus and Parkside Village in Westerville. See, taste, and feel the difference. Two great communities located in North Columbus. Visit DanburySeniorLiving.com to schedule a tour.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
New at 5:30, this substitute teacher is accused of performing a sex act on himself while students were present. Tracy Abraham allegedly touched himself inappropriately behind his desk. It happened in the Cincinnati area. Students saw it happen, and Abraham was arrested. A fiery crash caught on camera, and it serves as a reminder to all drivers. This video shows a driver losing control and slamming into a trooper's cruiser in Florida late last year. The trooper had pulled over with his emergency lights on to help another driver. The trooper was hurt but managed to get out of his car and actually help the person who hit him. As you can see, there were flames right there. Both of them are okay. Highway Patrol says remain focused behind the wheel and follow the state's move over law.
Amazing pictures there. The man overseeing the Russia investigation is stepping down. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein plans to resign once the new Attorney General is in place. Rosenstein has oversight of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Confirmation hearings for William Barr, who is President Trump's choice for AG, are scheduled to begin next week. It's expected that Barr would then inherit oversight of Mueller's team. A U.S. Navy veteran is being held captive in Iran. Michael White has been in captivity since last summer. His mother told CBS she only found out after filing a missing persons report. 5 months later, the State Department told her he's being held in an Iranian prison. White's mom says he was visiting a woman believed to be his girlfriend, and she has no idea about these possible charges. A new year can mean new charges.
And in this particular case we're talking about, for some Medicare recipients, you may have to pay up. Coming up in Consumer 10, we're going to break down the effects on your wallet in 2019.
And our weather is changing a little bit out there today. Take a look at the view. This is a live look from our WeatherBug camera out at Velvet Ice Cream, which is up in Utica. And you can see the snowflakes still falling up there. You also saw a little focusing there and some snow on the ground. Very wintry looking scene all of a sudden. Here's the view from Cambridge. A lighter dusting of snow on the ground, but sticking to the roofs and parts of the grassy area out there. And a look back at the city, the snow kind of comes between the camera and the city at times as a little bit begins to accumulate here as well. And just one more time, let's go back through the last few days weather-wise, because we're not going to see anything like this again for a while. 58 and 62 the last 2 days before today. I'll show you the trend here on out, all coming up.
Wintry weather can really mess with your day. Cold rain, sleet, or snow. From clearing off the car to just getting around. Depend on the Doppler 10 weather team to keep you prepared. Planning the week ahead or getting the kids out the door. No matter what comes your way, morning, noon, or night, stay one step ahead.
We're tracking a wintry mix of rain and snow showers
with the Doppler 10 weather team.
We love this town. It's nice.
There's like a peace of mind. It's fine.
It just feels safe and secure being in denial.
Living in denial works for me. All the families in denial, they feel the same as we do.
Opioids? Not in denial.
No.
It doesn't happen here. No. My daughter is good friends. My boys would tell me anything.
Exactly. No, our kids are way too busy.
They would never abuse opioids. He gets amazing grades.
Welcome to denial.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about opioids.
The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is shaping the future of medicine right here and now, and we're saving lives in the process. Medical breakthroughs are happening routinely, and the pace of change is remarkable. Ohio State is leading that progress. That's good news for you, your family, Ohio, and everyone. The world is changing. Medicine is changing. And the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is leading the way.
What do I love most about my Medicare Part D coverage this year? For me, it's knowing that Giant Eagle Pharmacy is in the preferred network.
Giant Eagle Pharmacy is proud to be in the preferred pharmacy network with United Healthcare, Aetna Coventry, and many others.
My Giant Eagle Pharmacy helps me make sense of my prescription coverage.
Here you go, Joan. You're all set.
And saving money on co-pays? Yeah, I like that too.
To transfer your prescriptions, stop in and speak with your neighborhood Giant Eagle pharmacist today.
Why would you bundle up in sweatshirts and blankets just to be warm in your own home? If inside your walls looks like this or this instead of this, then your house is too cold and costing you way too much to heat. This works because it's insulated, and our foam works the same way. It keeps the heat in and the cold out. Call now and get your whole house insulated for only $99 a month, interest-free.
USA Insulation.
Alarm off. Let's go. Quick to start and slow to quit. You've made a life. Sometimes messy, always remarkable. You wouldn't change a thing, so you keep going. Providing, nurturing, pushing, and planning. America was built because heroes like you have the courage to get out of bed in the morning. When the lights are out, when the work is done, we'll be there for you. You can count on it. The Original Mattress Factory. Get a good night's sleep. You've earned it.
10 TV's Digital Broadcast Center is sponsored by Lindsay Honda.
The clock is ticking for 250,000 Ohio voters to still be able to cast their votes. Ohio Secretary of State said today 275,000 inactive voters are receiving so-called last chance mailings. So if they don't respond, they will be dropped off of the voter rolls.
Police have issued warrants for DNA samples from all men working at this facility. It's a nursing facility, and a woman there who was in a coma got pregnant and delivered a baby boy. Her family was just shocked when she gave birth last month in Phoenix, Arizona. The 29-year-old is a member of the San Carlos Apache tribe. She's been in a vegetative state for more than a decade after she nearly drowned. Tribal leaders are shocked and horrified. Families of other patients say they don't feel their loved ones are safe.
Trust has been broken. Trust has definitely been broken.
The woman who gave birth is incapable of giving consent means that it's a sexual assault, and it's that simple.
The state has implemented new safety measures at facilities, including increased staff presence during any patient interaction.
New tonight in Consumer 10, several premiums and deductibles for folks enrolled in traditional Medicare, also called Original Medicare, will increase this year. Let's go through it. The Medicare Part B standard monthly premium is bumped up $1.50 a month to $135.50. The Part B annual deductible goes up $2 to $185. And then also, according to Money Talks News, the third increase involves the inpatient hospital deductible for Medicare Part A. That gets a $24 bump from 2018. Here's an important note, though. If you're enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan, those increases don't apply to your coverage.
You can stay focused on your New Year's goal to be active by planning now for the Komen Columbus Race for the Cure on May 18th. Registration for the 27th annual 5K is now open. And this year's honorary race chair is 30-year-old Tori Geib, who was diagnosed with a form of metastatic breast cancer in 2016. Early bird registration means a $10 savings on your race registration. The goal here is to go beyond just signing up. Organizers say if each of the tens of thousands, look at all those folks who participate, raise just $50, there would be an additional $1 million toward the Komen Columbus bold goal of ending breast cancer forever. We've posted the registration link for you at 10tv.com, and we look forward to seeing you down there.
And Tracy, you said that was mid-May. Mike, can you just teleport us to spring from here and just get us to what?
And you'd miss all of this.
Miss all this fun.
All this is going on right now, yes. You know, people say they like Ohio because of the four seasons.
Right.
I mean, you have a little bit of everything, which means you got to squeeze winter in somewhere.
Okay.
Now, I think it lasts a little too long.
But we can't complain right now.
But it's been slow coming in.
Really.
Yeah, so, yeah, so it just means it'll be here till April. So May's good. Let's take a look. see what's going on outside this evening. We've got some snow out there. Fortunately, it's all been very light, but it is sticking in spots. Probably not as much as it's likely to stick come Saturday when we actually have some accumulation expected. This more of a dusting than anything else. Live Doppler 10 radar here in Franklin County, south of the metro. Over to Gahanna, you've got a little bit, but south of the metro here by Groveport, it gets a little bit heavier. That continues down through Pickerington and picks up steam a little bit as you go into Lancaster. So you could have some brief little, not whiteouts, but at least some little squalls to kind of slow you down a little bit. There's also a band where it's a little heavier from just south of Marion down through Ashley as you go into Delaware County and comes north of Sunbury and down through parts of Knox County as well. That's a little bit heavier. Same story down by Johnstown and just to the northwest of Xenia. All of this stuff is tracking to the south and east with a cold front that's going to move it out, but it's going to linger for a bit, at least in southern and eastern Ohio. Here we are north of Circleville, north of Laurelville, and going over toward Nelsonville, kind of a tour of the villes in southern Ohio, and it is snowing in all those places. So the snow streaming down from the north and west, kind of a lake effect type pattern, some coming off the cold winds off Lake Michigan, but more off of Lake Erie up to the northeast. At least that's the way the air is flowing, although you really don't see too much coming off Lake Michigan down here. Stubborn flurries, chilly and breezy this evening and tonight as well, but the flurries end fairly early. Then we see a little sun as the day goes by tomorrow. Be patient, a little cloudy in the morning, and then snow for Saturday. This time we are expecting some accumulation because the model numbers for today came in with the temperatures down a little bit. So with a high maybe freezing Saturday, it looks like we have time probably to get as much as 2 to 3 inches of snow, and that could slow you down a little bit to start the weekend. The view keeps getting better as the light flurries they were 800 feet up looking back toward the city, and now we've got a pretty crystal clear view. 26 with northwest winds at 20, but don't stand outside gazing for too long with a wind chill of 12, or be sure to bundle up as you go out. Temperatures generally in the 20s, low to mid-20s, very common, but the wind chills in some cases have been in the single digits, although Mount Vernon's bounced back to 10, Marion's bounced back to 11. It's kind of funny to say that, but Washington Courthouse has now dropped to 9, and everybody else is in the low to mid-teens until you hit southern and eastern Ohio. So for tonight, we drop into the low 20s, but with a breeze of 10 to 20 miles an hour, you're still talking wind chills that at times could drop into the single digits. It's pretty much all snow in the northeast, a little bit of rain along the coast by Virginia. Midsection of the country, relatively quiet until you hit western North Dakota, and then back to the west, a storm system along the coast, bringing a mix of rain and snow depending on your elevation, something we don't talk a lot about here. 11 o'clock tonight, still kind of overcast, maybe a few flurries here and there. They taper off into morning. 6 o'clock, we're looking pretty good. Later you get in the day, here's noon, starting to brighten up, and then we have some sun for the afternoon and evening, but not enough to warm it up. The air mass is just too cold. We're going to stay just into the low 30s tomorrow, probably just shy of freezing with a high of about 31, morning low of 22. Friday, also low 30s, but tack on a couple of degrees. Saturday, the snow showers move back in. It's a cold day overall, and a few flurries may linger into Sunday morning at least. 25 to start the day, 34 in the afternoon. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well, it takes us that long to get back to 40, but a dry early part of the week. Monday can start in the teens, and then the Doppler 10-day outlook, upper 30s for Thursday with a chance for a rain-snow mix, and that cools us off a little bit as we head into the weekend.
So if it snows Saturday or Sunday, that means the kids at home and they can get out and they have to, you know, let mom and dad stay in the house. I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's impressive.
That's how it goes down.
Yeah. I can rent out the kids if you need help.
Okay. I might call you.
Just volunteered them to do more work. Okay. You know what? Scoreboards aren't just for keeping track of, let's say, who's winning or who's losing.
No, they are not. They can also be the perfect venue for a video game. A news helicopter from our CBS affiliate there in Kansas City captured someone playing Mario Kart yesterday at Kauffman Stadium. That is, of course, the home of the Kansas City Royals. The team says it was part of a fundraiser to kick off the new year. I hate that I couldn't have gone out there.
That's
Princess
really
Peach.
cool.
That's her, that's my. Oh, yeah, that's my girl,
really?
Princess Peach.
Okay.
A Bowser.
Nice. Bowser's got a little mean streak.
So, speaking of which, here's a trivia question for you. Do you know that Mario has a last name? And do you know what it is?
I'm out.
Yeah.
It's actually Mario. The designer at the 30th anniversary, it's Mario, so that makes his brother Luigi Mario. Oh. But I'm just saying, it's trivia.
There we go.
That's great. I'm glad I know that now, Mike. Thank you.
We'll check in with Jerry. He's right over there to tell you what's coming up all new.
We're so much smarter now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Well, the Columbus Crew is celebrating a new chapter.
I want to re-energize, this club.
At 6, we'll hear from the new coach and owners about moving the Crew forward. Plus, the effect the government shutdown could have on local breweries. And the items you should have in your car as we move deeper into winter.
And next, scarlet, gray, and blue candy. The role Ohio State could have in your next sweet treat.
First, we want to check out the evening commute. Let's give you a live look here. So we'll go to kind of the northwest corner of the Outer Belt. Live look, I-270 and Tuttle Crossing. And you know what? That looks pretty good, especially as we're getting toward, kind of that last hour of the commute between 6 and 7 o'clock. That's good stuff. You can always find up-to-the-minute information on all the roads out there. Check our website first, 10tv.com/traffic. While you're there, go ahead and sign up for those traffic alerts. That way, when something does happen, we'll let you know right on your phone.
The Ohio RV and Boat Show, coming Friday, January 11th through 20th at the Ohio Expo Center in 3 enormous buildings. Incredible pre-season savings from 31 Central Ohio dealers featuring RVs, boats, motorcycles, golf cars, ATVs, and more. Brought to you by Park National Bank. The Ohio RV and Boat Show, January 11th through 20th. Discount coupons at Meyer, Subway, and Park National Bank. Or online at OhioRVandBoatShow.com. 39 years of outdoor fun, all brought to you at the Ohio Expo Center.
10 TV partners with the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center to help you better your health. After experiencing pain, Cheryl discovered she had a blood clot in her leg. Listen to what happened next.
I was on appointments, and I got out of my car, and it felt like I had a Charlie horse in my leg. It was very sudden. And as the day progressed, every time I would walk, I had severe pain in my leg to the point I was limping. They said that the clot had been there for years. It was actually become part of my leg. It was attached.
Frequent symptoms of vascular disease include leg pain while walking, sometimes pain at rest, and non-healing wounds. If someone has that, they should first seek the attention of their primary care doctor and get testing ordered to diagnose vascular disease.
Everybody here was excellent. They did a great job. I mean, I had a whole team of doctors, and if I hadn't come down to Ohio State, I probably would not have my leg.
Here at Ohio State, we have a variety of specialists that help care for the vascular patient so that we can provide the best care that there is available.
What do I love most about my Medicare Part D coverage this year? For me, it's knowing that Giant Eagle Pharmacy is in the preferred network.
Giant Eagle Pharmacy is proud to be in the preferred pharmacy network with United Healthcare, Aetna Coventry, and many others.
My Giant Eagle Pharmacy helps me make sense of my prescription coverage.
Here you go, Joan. You're all set.
And saving money on co-pays? Yeah, I like that too.
To transfer your prescriptions, stop in and speak with your neighborhood Giant Eagle pharmacist today.
After 75 years serving Columbus, Uncle Sam's Pawn Shop is closing its doors. You'll find everything from musical equipment, TVs, bicycles, antiques to rare toys and sports memorabilia. If you can think of it, we have it, and you can have it up to 50% off. Thank you for letting us serve you, Columbus.
It's Scioto Valley's big New Year's sale. At Scioto Valley, it's all about the motion. Reclining sofas from $6.99. Fabric, leather, and custom order reclining sectionals from only $40 per month. Dual power reclining sofas from only $6.99. And dual power reclining sectionals only $45 per month. Massage chairs from $9.99. And 3-seat theater groups only $9.99. Plus, get special 48 months interest-free financing. Shop the area's largest selection of motion furniture at the guaranteed lowest price and save big only at Scioto Valley.
Insurance companies respect winners. That's why they pay us.
Get Scott Smith. Get justice.
Be ready for the weather, no matter what's coming next. Download the 10 TV app. You're watching 10 TV, Central Ohio's news leader.
New tonight, Uber says it can now pick you up anywhere in Ohio. The company said today, no matter if you live in Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, or anywhere in between, you can get an Uber ride. The company says wait times in some areas might be a little bit longer, but they're working to eliminate those wait times and those delays.
Well, you might remember when virtual reality seemed like it was going to be the next big thing. It seems, though, interest in VR is fading, especially at the annual Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. One estimate shows funding in virtual reality software has fallen almost 60%. The focus at this year's show is on 5G internet, ultra-high definition TVs, and my favorite, that laundry folding robot.
Oh, well, I haven't heard about that one.
Yes.
Robotics is really up, though, at CES this year.
And that one is #1 in my book. All right.
That.
Would you like cheese with that?
If it's a big, juicy hamburger, I would absolutely like cheese with that.
Okay.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture says it has the largest cheese surplus in U.S. history. It is enough cheese sitting in cold storage to wrap around the entire U.S. Capitol. That's 900,000 cubic yards or 1.4 billion pounds of cheese. Billion. So why so much? One professor tells NPR it's because the pace of milk production is exceeding the pace of consumption. That's not good. Or should I say, that's not Gouda.
Oh, you should have stopped.
I'm sorry. That's just horrible. Okay, moving on. The scarlet and gray might have something to do with your favorite blue candies.
OSU food scientists believe they've created veggie-based blue dyes for M&Ms and Skittles.
Okay.
The manufacturer Mars and Ohio State received a patent last year. Blue M&Ms debuted in 1995 after winning a customer vote, and over the years, Mars has committed to replacing synthetic dyes with natural sources.
They're just good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Pay attention to the color.
Winter is making its presence known.
Indeed. We are getting you prepared before the snow starts to pile up. 10 TV News at 6 starts right now.